Oh, hey. Who is this? This is I can't really see, or maybe that's intentional. I'm naive, so sometimes, especially with YouTube, people come with different energies. But hey, whoever I is, and they said they are Raymond. Well, hello, and how are you? And how are you doing today? As you can see, I have allergies, and I'm working on trying to complete some tasks. So I figured if I go live, it'll help me because again, accountability. People see you, so if somebody sees me, maybe that'll help it. Because a lot of times when we're closed off to ourselves, it's easy to just lay back and be like, "Oh, I don't feel good," But that's not productive. And you cannot feel good for a very long time, and there's nobody coming to save you, so you got to save yourself. So that's where I am. I'm trying to complete some basic tasks because I want to be better, all around, a better person all around. And being a better person all around means trying to secure things that are better for you in your life. And I have to say, forgive me, because sometimes there's a lag, especially with YouTube. You might make a comment, and it'll be a long time before I even see the comment for a couple different reasons. One, because it may take a while for the connectivity for the stream to even show it. And then two, because I might be looking at something else. And then it'll take a while for me to respond. And then once I respond, it goes through that same process in reverse. So if you're still here, thank you for your patience. If not, thank you for making a comment for me to respond to, because it makes it a little more interesting, no matter how mundane the comment is. So I really appreciate you. Let me see if there's anything interesting that I can do, because I like to. I guess I would have to do that somewhere. I usually like to take a look and see who's who, but I think I could do that just in a different way. And the thing about allergies for me is like a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, if I'm not, if I be still and I don't talk too much, because when you talk, it moves around your nasal cavities. I'm okay, but you're still fatigued, and you still have, allergy symptoms. And how's everybody doing? What did you guys get a chance to eat today? If you've eaten already, what did you eat? I had 2 burgers this morning. Just plain burgers, a little ketchup, mustard, and a couple of pickles. I usually like mine a lot more souped up than that. I had garlic salt on it. But the only reason I really took them is because I took some Benadryl, and I had a couple of probiotic vitamins. And so I didn't want that to be on an empty stomach. So that was why I ate those burgers. And then I sat up for a while and tried to do stuff. Then eventually it knocked me out and I had to go to sleep. So there you go. And I'm just waking up. Actually, time is going by so fast because I got up like probably 4 something. It's like 6:30 now. So I've been up for a couple hours. And to be honest, I haven't really got much accomplished. But yeah. Well, welcome.
Renee Morgan wants answers and witnesses to come forward.
I understand the whole street code, but it doesn't mean a thing to me. My brother is more important than a street code.
In a one-on-one interview, Police Chief LaRon Armstrong tells me the family of Taja cannot see her in the hospital because she's being detained as part of the investigation.
She is a person that is involved in this crime that we want to have a chance
appreciate it. And I like your cartoon character. I don't know who that is. Naruto, something like that. Ah. Uh-oh. Shoot. Jeez, they not playing with me, huh? They are not playing with me, bitches. Wow, y'all are tripping. For real, for real. And that's okay. No, hey, I'll get better later. What's up? Oh, shoot.
parte de Puerto Rico. Esta bomba yo la dedico a toda mi gente de Puerto Rico, a la familia Fontanet. Yo te traigo esta bomba puertorriqueña. Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce, de toda parte de Puerto Rico. Esta bomba yo la dedico a toda mi gente de Puerto Rico, a la familia Fontanet, allá en Cupey Alto y Lo Mejía en Vega Baja. ¡Que gocen! ¡Sí!
Bomba, bomba, para siempre.
Bomba, bomba está presente, aquí lo canta mi gente.
Bomba, bomba, para siempre.
Baila, baila y goza, mi bomba puertorriqueña.
Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. start again. It's a redskin.
Wäglein besteckt, schlupf unter die Deck. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum dir Christkindleins Baum. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. when the right man rings them. Fair the fall of songs when the singer sings them. Still they are caroled and said, on wings they are carried. After the singer is dead and the maker buried, lo, as the singer lies in the field of heather, songs of his fashion bring the swains together. And when the west is red with the sunset embers, the lover lingers and sings, and the maid remembers.
All right, I'm sure you got sound now, but this is probably pretty bad. Let me see if I can do it different. Because you can hear the fan. I have it on because a few days ago, I decided I was going to, and I've had it on a lot, but a few days ago, I decided I was going to, oh shoot. I was going to make some soup and stuff, and I thought it'd be real neat if I just bought like the little cooking utensils and sat them here and cooked. But what ended up happening as a result of my crazy life, there was a power surge. And so because there was a power surge, I started going through all the breakers, and I turned off the breaker for the air, which I never really used anyways because I used my portable AC. But what was crazy was on that particular day, it was actually pretty cold. It was pretty cool on that particular day. So I was like, what? The air conditioner's on? And so I just turned the breaker off for the air conditioner. But then I didn't know that a couple days later it was going to be hot again. So then I was just like, the breaker is in a room I don't normally go into. So I just turned the fan on. It's in my quote-unquote motivation room, ironically, that I never go into. So, oh, you can hear me. Okay, that's what's up. So talk back to me. Talk to me. What did you eat today? I'm having burgers. This is like my 4th burger for the day. I had 2 this morning to put on my stomach because I had taken some Benadryl and some probiotics. So I didn't want to have that on an empty stomach. And I could feel the difference. Like, my stomach was like feeling the medicine. I was like, no, I can't do that. So I had to eat something. And then just now I got hungry again. The only thing, it always happens when I start to get productive. The only thing is that when I get hungry like that, out of the blue, and I get something to eat, the food is good, I'm happy, and whatever, that is going down. But then I get real comfortable and I just want to get cozy and chill. And I can get cozy and chill right here, but I usually go to the other recliner and get cozy and chill. And that's a big no-no because once I get over there, that's like long term, you know? I got them from. Can you hear me? Yeah, I got them from the grocery store a couple of weeks ago, and I'm very happy. And I live alone, so I do things differently. I reuse containers, so I keep reusing that container. But I seasoned it up with some garlic powder, lots of garlic powder, and I've gotten into this new thing where I like to use cumin. You know, cumin on burgers, like when you want a taco night and you don't want to do all the work, cumin makes it taste like a taco burger. Yeah, if you want to call it cooking, basically all I did was throw the patties, season the patties, and I threw them in the air fryer. So if you want to call that cooking, you know. And to steam the bun, all I did was, after I put my condiments and stuff on it, I put it in my container and closed it, and the heat from the burgers steamed the bun. So the buns are technically steamed. And what did you eat? Okay, that's right. I'm catering to you. I'm supposed to be bigger. So what did you eat? What did you eat? And did you cook it? Did you go out to eat? How was it? All of that. And these burgers are actually pretty good. I used to hate these burgers, but I don't know if it's an acquired taste or what it is, but I enjoy it. Anything that you make for yourself with love is delicious. So chops and cabbage. Ooh, that sounds so good. I haven't had pork chops in a while, but I was doing pork chops almost daily for a really long time. So I love pork chops. How do you make yours? I put everything in the air fryer. To me, the air fryer makes everything delicious, and it's so easy. How did you do your cabbage? I like mine fried with like bacon or ham hocks or something like that. And of what Afro descent are you? Are you Afro-Caribbean, Afro-American, Afro-Latino? What kind of Afro are you? And there's just so it heads up and a warning in case you don't know, there's a delay between when you type something and it shows up, then there's a delay between when it shows up and when I respond, and vice versa. So it may be like 5 minutes before you hear a response. You cooked? Ooh, that's good. You mixed this. Yeah, a lot of us folks are. What do you mix with? What percentages? And how did you cook the chops though? Did you grill them? Did you put them on a skillet? Put in a crock pot? How did you cook them? Ooh, that's how I like it. Oh my God. That sounds so good. Breaded and fried, okay. Do you have an air fryer? And if so, have you ever just thrown them in the air fryer? Like, just thrown them in? And did you have any bread or dessert? You said I've never eaten anything out of an air fryer. Why not? Why not? Oh my god. What is your age group? Maybe it has something to do with age range. Why not? Are you over? Are you 50 or over? Or between 45 and 55? And I say this because, I mean, I swear by the air fryer. I mean, you have to. You can get one for like $100, and I swear it's so easy. So easy. Everything's so easy and so good. You made mashed potatoes, but you got clowned on because mashed potatoes are... What? Your people that you cooking for are picky, because I love mashed potatoes with everything. And gravy, lots of butter, garlic. Oh my god. I love potatoes, period. I can and I have eaten potatoes back to back for no reason at all. Same thing with bread. I need to stop that too. Like last December, I was doing bread pudding and homemade bread pudding and homemade stuffing every day with everything. It was so good. Ridiculous good. Oh, you're still young. That's cool. I'm just about 50. I'll be, how old am I? I'll be 47 in December. But I just rounded up. 50's good. And what's the happiest thing about your life? What do you love? What do you enjoy the most about your life? And when will you be 38? Because you said you'll be 38 soon. My birthday's in December. I'm wondering if you have a December birthday too. This burger is so good. It don't make no sense. So simple and so good. And I love my mashed potatoes homemade. I'll put them, I do it weird ways. I'll like put them in a, then how come you don't put anything in a in the air fryer if you, I said micro fryer? Because it's kind of like that. It's almost like using a microwave. How come you don't put anything in the air fryer if you use it? 24th? Oh, this month. Do you have anything special planned? Are you going to have like a Halloween themed birthday party or get together with your friends and loved ones? Oh, Christmas Eve. Wow. Okay. That's cool. And do you, because it's so close to like the Christmas season, it basically is, do you actually do like big things for your birthday? Like go on big trips? Take off a few weeks? Which you probably do because everybody's off like during that time for the most part. This is so bad. I feel like I want to put 2 more burgers on. And I should not because it's going to put me right to sleep. I don't usually do much for my birthday because everyone is with their families. Yeah, the older you get, the more people have their own families and stuff, so. But you don't even do anything for yourself? Like, do you just go and buy a birthday? I've done that for myself, just go and buy a birthday cake. Just for the, and sometimes even gotten it decorated just for the purpose of having a birthday cake. I sing myself happy birthday. I love languages, so I'll sing myself happy birthday in different languages. It's the 15th of December, so 10 days before Christmas. I feel like I'm about to make some more burgers. This is so addictive. Are you crazy? Mm-mm-mm. Yep, this is bad. I'm about to go make a couple more burgers. Not good. Mm. Oh, I need my music.
Any ideas?
Okay, so I don't usually do much for my birthday because everyone is with their families. I'm going on a cruise next year. Really, that's awesome. Where are you going on a cruise for your birthday or just a random scheduled event? And where are you guys going? Hey, Daryl. What's up? How you doing tonight? It's a really nice night outside. If you haven't had a chance to go outside, let me check you out. Daryl is showing off, just showing off him. His ad is at Farrell, Faryl 112. Nothing in his about me that I can see. Oh shit! Shoot! I didn't mean to do that. Get better. I didn't know you were still here. You said no cup. I have cups. I just don't use them. I mean, I'm single. I'm unattached. I don't ever have company. So no, I don't use cups. Even though my depression video, you saw me guzzling from the jug. So I don't use them. The only time I used the cup was when I made some soup that day because I can't really guzzle it out of the pot. But I don't really use cups. Just like, when I eat ice cream and stuff, I just eat it out of the container. So, yeah. And after, I told you this isn't good because now those burgers have started to digest. And because they were so good, I wouldn't put 2 more burgers on. But now the itis is kicking in. So I told you what I want to cuddle up. And I want to lay here and drift off to sleep. And hopefully my allergies don't act up again. I've been pretty good, actually, for a while now. Little remnants of allergies. Yeah, bachelor, bachelorette, whatever. But this is like the perfect life. I think being single is the biggest flex ever. Listen to how peaceful and quiet it is in here. Peaceful. Peaceful. It is. This is heaven. This is absolutely heaven. I love, 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 love my life. It is so peaceful. This is like amazing. Amazing. And when I build myself together and I get that bag, and then I can, but I don't even want to do anything. This to me is perfect. This is a perfect life. Perfect. Perfection. Love it. What does you mean? I guess you started to type it in this style. But yeah, this My life is amazing. 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 But the burgers, though, it's not a big deal because even if I'm not hungry right now because I thought I wanted it because it was good and it was just like addictive. But I think I'm just gonna put them in a container. They'll be nice and warmed and steamed up. All the seasons and stuff marinated in. All of the condiments marinated in. And so whenever I have my next quote unquote meal, I'll be so good to go. So good to go. All right, you know what it feels like? You know how when you're laying on the beach? That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm just laying on the beach, soaking in the sun. This is such a good life, I swear. It really is. Oh, I went to go. Okay, so let me tell you what's really good. I have this caramel sauce. I've been using it for everything: pancakes, ice cream. The other day I made some. I had French vanilla ice cream. I topped it with bacon, caramel sauce, and chocolate fudge. Oh my god, it was so good. And pecans. I threw some pecans on it. So now I'm going to do something really disgusting. And again, I live alone. I can do this. I am taking my pecans, and I'm actually going to dip them in the caramel. It's so good. Oh my god. If you ever been to the mall and they sell those little clones of pecan covered with toffee, this is what that tastes like. It was delicious. But anyway, that's where I went. Yep. Oh my god, this is so freaking good. It makes sense for this to be so good. Oh my god. Pecans. Woo. I know, right? I'm ridiculous with it. And the bad thing is I'm on camera and I know that I am, and I'm not even trying to be I'm not even trying to be nice about it. These are so good, but you gotta try it. Like, it's so delicious. My god. But yeah, it's good. It is fun. I mean, I don't know, just being able to be free and be you and try different things. And I love food, as you can see, but my goodness, it is fun. And it's good for me because I need to enjoy new memories with myself, whatever they may be, you know. And food is like such a simple pleasure, and music, and vibes, and just being in peace and quiet alone. Oh my god. And that may be true. This all this music is from like the YouTube studio, because I wanted some music in the background, but I didn't want to get copyright claim. So it's all the free music that comes with that. And yeah, maybe. But I'm relaxed and I'm enjoying it. I was picturing like being like what I'm at. I've never been on the off the East Coast, but I'm imagining like Colorado, being on top of one of those red hills, the sun beaming down, and you're looking out over the vast tundra, whatever. That's what I was picturing. But yeah. Or one of those movies, like early 80s movies, like The Coal Miner's Daughter, where, you have the scene and she's washing clothes or something by hand. Yeah, it's nostalgic. But that's the kind of music that they use for elevator music now anyways. And like old jams that we used to jam to are now commercials. They have Tootsie Roll as a commercial, a lot of these songs. But I don't know, I enjoy it all. It's relaxing. It feels good. I have the fan on me a little bit. Usually because, you know what? I'll get better later. The reason why is because usually when people have live streams, there's actually people on them. And usually there's so much activity that they can't keep up with it. And, it's a lot of interaction. But no, it's just me. If it wasn't for you, I'd be here by myself. And this is good. This is what I like, It's casual. It's close. This is what I like, And I like this. This is good for me. This is very good for me. I mean, yeah, everything in my life I love. It's like it has a purpose and it fits it perfectly. So that's why you never interacted, because people probably couldn't see your comments because they were going so fast and they had so many people in. But this is the equivalent of, I mean, it's scary to say, but this is the equivalent of us having a direct conversation. But, other people come in and out. But I enjoy this. This is very nice for me. I'm very relaxed and very happy. Again, if it's something that doesn't make me happy or it's not an asset to me mentally, socially, physically, financially, spiritually, any of that, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm enjoying this to the absolute max. I love it. I don't know, it's not weird for me, but it may be for you, because as a person that's viewing, it's a different experience than what you would expect. But I'm a different person anyhow. I'm unique anyway, so yeah. But you're welcome for the uniqueness. Unique experience. But I enjoy it. And I encourage everybody to do exactly what you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Life is so short. And me being half a century old, I realized I really don't have time to do things that I don't enjoy. This is perfect. Perfect. I love it. Just like this. And you know what? That's what this is for. You know, when you're bored, you don't have anything to do. I mean, for me, like it's always just me. So when I get bored and stuff like that, I'll post randomly on different places like Whisper and whatever. And you know, it's that's what it is. You know, you see me scrolling. Well, you won't really see me doing it, but I'll scroll between like those same three apps on my phone, checking messages, checking interactions, and it's just, and it's for me, it's not boredom. It's, I think it's a human need to connect to a certain degree, a human need to interact. Hey, John. John says sweetness. Let me check John out real quick. Bam! Right on the face. John's. I like your dress. In this picture, they look like some of them are white, some of them are green, like they've been colored, which is actually pretty cool. And his name is kind of obscene, but it's okay. You know, we all go through those stages. As long as you're not obscene with me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah. So that's what this is made for. Because I know there's been many a nights, late night, where I may have just wanted to chat with somebody, just send a message or something like that, and you really didn't have anybody to chat with. So here you go. This is it. You know, if you see me online, you're more than welcome to stop by and have a chat. You know, share your mind, share your experiences, whatever, or just be quiet and vibe. You know, it don't matter. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to be seen. It's fine with me. I'm good with it. You know. I'm good with it. Life is short. Do whatever it is that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, you know. And less is more, you know. So the less you have, the better you are. And this is I'm so perfect for me. Feeling good. I'm inebriated by the good food and the cozy vibes. So I'm feeling really, really good right now. See, drug-free, vice-free, and you still get, you know, natural highs of life. And to me, that's the best. Natural. Natural, natural, natural. Hey, Lonnie. What's up with you? Let me check it out real quick. Lonnie Hamrick at Too Dope with 10 9777. You look like you're chilling like me. I'm gonna make some assumptions and you tell me which ones are right and which one's wrong. Look like you're chilling like me. You look like you may be. Oh, that's my hand. I'm like, what in the world? You look like you might have a little goth going on. Like you might have a little evil. Like you may. And again, I'm just making up stuff, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. You may worship the devil from time to time. But what's up? Welcome. We're all made by the Creator. And may God love us all. Hopefully you had a good day today. You had a chance to get some sunshine. Do whatever it was that make you happy. Because this is what's making me happy. I'm doing nothing and it's great. So, yeah, and if you don't mind me asking, if you're still here, what field of work are you in? Lonnie Hamburg says, I'm a product manager for a concrete plant. Okay, that's what's up. Nobody's buried in the concrete. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What do you do in your free time besides just browse, kick lives? Are you an artist by any chance at all? Do you smoke? I don't smoke, but I ask. Do you smoke? Do you fix cars? Do you build computers? Are you a farmer? Are your parents farmers? What makes you happy? What makes you just enjoy life? What's the joy de vivre? The joie de vivre for you? 25, wow. How do you feel about being 25? Do you feel that you're successful? Do you have a good outlook on life? Or do you feel like life is fucked and you are lucky enough to realize that young? Share your sentiment. And you can drive this conversation the way you want. I don't want to, drive it in any way that's, I don't know, that's not ideal. So, divorced with 2 kids. Divorced, goodness gracious, already? Why did you get married? I never wanted to be married. Why did you get married? And also, I'm liking what I'm listening to right now, but just because you're of the Caucasoid nation, it makes me, I didn't listen to it until I thought about it. Hey, this is a white person here. But I hear the sounds of fiddles. Is that the type of music, like, do you recall that your family listened to and things like that? And again, don't be offended. I don't come across, I'm a loner, so I don't come across people in general. So I basically say what's on my mind or what I feel. But it's all out of love and respect and the desire to learn. So don't ever get offended. And you're welcome to ask questions the same way, just being really direct too, because that's how you learn, Just ask a direct question. You know what I'm saying? I think, Lonnie, I may have chatted with you, like, through actual Kick, like, before. Because I think I made some silly, stupid comments and you didn't get offended then either. But he says, I don't get offended. Boo, you good. And nah, not that I recall. And I got married because kids didn't work out. Because of kids and it didn't work out. Oh, okay. Got you. Because, I mean, being single is the flex. You don't see this. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's like Hakuna Matata. No worries. For the rest of my days, it's beautiful. I mean, it's... And to be honest, my hair is shedding, so I think a hair just flew in my mouth. But to be honest, I don't see why anybody, even when I was younger, I always knew I never wanted to get married or have kids. I never understood that. I never understood why people would consciously do that or do things that would create babies and make situations where you're starting families that you can't complete. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. And even back then, I kind of knew that we were all considered biological property. You know, you send your kids to school for 8 hours a day, and you're not really raising them. And then by the time they get home, you're too tired to really give your best energy to them, you know? Yeah. But anyways, like I said, this is not that type of live. So, no, I have everything that I need in life. And if I don't have it, I have what it takes to acquire it. So, wishful thinking, but no. My life is fulfilled. I got everything that I want. Got everything I need. My life is fulfilled. I got everything I want. Everything in me. I'm only 5'4". I weigh 200 pounds. But I like the way that my life sounds. Is free, so carefree. My life is amazing. I got everything I need. The best asset is me. The best asset is me. Life is so good. Everything unfolds exactly as it should. Life's been good to me. Life's been good to me. I'm almost 50. I got everything I need. So happy to be me.
Audio presents The Art of Communicating by Thich Nhat Hanh, read by Dan Warren. One, essential food. Nothing can survive without food. Everything we consume acts either to heal us or to poison us. We tend to think of nourishment only as what we take in through our mouths, but what we consume with our eyes, our ears, our noses, our tongues, and our bodies is also food. The conversations going on around us and those we participate in are also food. Are we consuming and creating the kind of food that is healthy for us and helps us grow? When we say something that nourishes us and uplifts the people around us, we are feeding love and compassion. When we speak and act in a way that causes tension and anger, we are nourishing violence and suffering. We often ingest toxic communication from those around us and from what we watch and read. Are we ingesting things that grow our understanding and compassion? If so, that's good food. Often, we ingest communication that makes us feel bad or insecure about ourselves, or judgmental and superior to others. We can think about our communication in terms of nourishment and consumption. The internet is an item of consumption, full of nutrients that are both healing and toxic. It's so easy to ingest a lot in just a few minutes online. This doesn't mean you shouldn't use the internet, but you should be conscious of what you are reading and watching. When you work with your computer for 3 or 4 hours, you are totally lost. It's like eating French fries. You shouldn't eat French fries all day, and you shouldn't be on the computer all day. A few French fries, a few hours, are probably all most of us need. What you read and write can help you heal, so be thoughtful about what you consume. When you write an email or a letter that is full of understanding and compassion, you are nourishing yourself during the time you write that letter. Even if it's just a short note, everything you're writing down can nourish you and the person to whom you are writing. Consuming with mindfulness. How can you tell what communication is healthy and what is toxic? The energy of mindfulness is a necessary ingredient in healthy communication. Mindfulness requires letting go of judgment, returning to an awareness of the breath in the body, and bringing your full attention to what is in you and around you. This helps you notice whether the thought you just produced is healthy or unhealthy, compassionate or unkind. Conversation is a source of nourishment. We all get lonely and want to talk with someone. But when you have a conversation with another person, what that person says may be full of toxins, like hate, anger, and frustration. When you listen to what others say, you're consuming those toxins. You're bringing toxins into your consciousness and your body. That's why mindfulness of speaking and mindfulness of listening are very important. Toxic conversation can be difficult to avoid, especially at work. If it is going on around you, be aware. You need to have enough mindful awareness not to absorb these kinds of suffering. You have to protect yourself with the energy of compassion, so that when you listen, instead of consuming toxins, you're actively producing more compassion in yourself. When you listen in this way, compassion protects you and the other person suffers less. You absorb the thoughts, speech, and actions you produce, and those contained in the communications of those around you. That is a form of consumption. So when you read something, when you listen to someone, you should be careful not to allow the toxins to ruin your health and bring suffering to you and to the other person or group of people. To illustrate this truth, the Buddha used the graphic image of a cow that has a skin disease. The cow is attacked by all kinds of insects and microorganisms coming from the soil, coming from the trees, coming from the water. Without skin, a cow can't protect herself. Mindfulness is our skin. Without mindfulness, we may take in things that are toxic to our body and mind. Even when you simply drive your car through the city, you consume. The advertisements hit your eyes, and you're forced to consume them. You hear sounds. You may even say things that are the products of too much toxic consumption. We have to protect ourselves with mindful consumption. Mindful communication is part of this. We can communicate in such a way as to solidify the peace and compassion in ourselves and bring joy to others. Relationships don't survive without the right food. Many of us suffer because of difficult communication. We feel misunderstood, especially by those we love. In a relationship, we are nourishment for each other. So we have to select the kind of food we offer the other person, the kind of food that can help our relationships thrive. Everything, including love, hate, and suffering, needs food to continue. If suffering continues, it's because we keep feeding our suffering. Every time we speak without mindful awareness, we are feeding our suffering. With mindful awareness, we can look into the nature of our suffering and find out what kind of food we have been supplying to keep it alive. When we find the source of nourishment for our suffering, we can cut off that supply, and our suffering will fade. Often, a romantic relationship begins beautifully, but then, because we don't know how to nourish our love, the relationship begins to die. Communication can bring it back to life. Every thought you produce in your head, in your heart, in China they say in your belly, feeds that relationship. When you produce a thought that carries suspicion, anger, fear, irritation, that thought is not nourishing to you or to the other person. If the relationship has become difficult, it's because we've nourished our judgment and our anger, and we haven't nourished our compassion. One day in Plum Village, the French retreat center where I live, I gave a talk about how we needed to nourish our loved ones by practicing loving communication. I spoke about our relationships as flowers that need watering with love and communication to grow. There was a woman sitting near the front who was crying the whole time. After the talk, I went to her husband and I said, "My dear friend, your flower needs some watering." Her husband had been at the talk and knew about loving speech, but sometimes we all need a friend to remind us. So after lunch, the man took his wife for a drive in the country. They just had an hour or so, but he focused on watering the good seeds the whole drive. When they came back, she seemed completely transformed, very happy and joyful. Their children were very surprised, because in the morning, when their parents had left, they'd been sad and irritable. So, in just an hour, you can transform another person and yourself, just with the practice of watering the good seeds. This is applied mindfulness in action. It's not theoretical. Nourishing and healing communication is the food of our relationships. Sometimes one cruel utterance can make the other person suffer for many years, and we will suffer for many years too. In a state of anger or fear, we may say something that can be poisonous and destructive. If we swallow poison, it can stay within us for a long time, slowly killing our relationship. We may not even know what we said or did that started to poison the relationship, but we have the antidote: mindful compassion and loving communication. Love, respect, and friendship all need food to survive. With mindfulness, we can produce thoughts, speech, and actions that will feed our relationships and help them grow and thrive. 2. Communicating with yourself. Loneliness is the suffering of our time. Even if we're surrounded by others, we can feel very alone. We are lonely together. There's a vacuum inside us. It makes us feel uncomfortable, so we try to fill it up by connecting with other people. We believe that if we're able to connect, the feeling of loneliness will disappear. Technology supplies us with many devices to help us stay connected. But even when we're connected, we continue to feel lonely. We check our email, send text messages, and post updates several times a day. We want to share and receive. We might spend our whole day connecting, but not reduce the loneliness we feel. We all hunger for love, but we don't know how to generate love in order to feed ourselves with it. When we're empty, we use technology to try to dissipate the feeling of loneliness, but it doesn't work. We have the internet, email, video conferencing, texting and posting, apps, letters, and cell phones. We have everything. And yet it's not at all certain that we have improved our communication. Many of us have cell phones. We want to be in touch with other people, but we shouldn't put too much faith in our phones. I don't have one, but I don't feel out of touch with the world. In fact, without a mobile device, I have more time for myself and for others. You believe that having your phone helps you to communicate,
scary.
but if the content of your speech is not authentic,
of
talking or texting on a device doesn't mean you're communicating with another person. We believe too much in the technologies of communication. Behind all these instruments, we have the mind, the most fundamental instrument for communication. If our minds are blocked, there is no device that will make up for our inability to communicate with ourselves or others.
Forgetfulness.
Connecting internally. Many of us spend a lot of time in meetings or emailing with others, and not a lot of time communicating with ourselves. The result is that we don't know what is going on within us. It may be a mess inside. How then can we communicate with another person? We think that with all our technological devices we can connect, but this is an illusion. In daily life, we're disconnected from ourselves. We walk, but we don't know that we're walking. We're here, but we don't know that we're here. We're alive, but we don't know that we're alive. Throughout the day, we lose ourselves. To stop and communicate with yourself is a revolutionary act. You sit down and stop that state of being lost, of not being yourself. You begin by just stopping whatever you're doing, sitting down and connecting with yourself. This is called mindful awareness. Mindfulness is full awareness of the present moment. You don't need an iPhone or a computer. You just need to sit down and breathe in and out. In just a few seconds, you can connect with yourself. You know what is going on in your body, your feelings, your emotions, and your perceptions. Digital purpose. When you don't feel you can communicate well in person, or wonder if what you say will be hard for the other person to hear, sometimes the best way to communicate is to write a letter or an email. If you can write a letter that's full of understanding and compassion, then during the time of writing that letter, you will nourish yourself. Everything you write will be nourishing for the person you are writing to, and first of all, for you. The other person hasn't received the email or letter yet, but while typing the letter, you are nourishing yourself, because what you're saying in the letter is full of compassion and understanding. Especially at the beginning of your practice, it may be easier for you to practice mindful communication in writing. Writing this way is good for our health. We can send an email, we can text, and we can talk on the phone and use mindful communication. If our message is full of understanding and compassion, we'll be able to remove fear and anger from the other person. So next time you hold the phone, look at it and remember that its purpose is to help you communicate with compassion. Usually, we are in a hurry to send our emails and texts. As soon as we finish writing them, we press send and they are gone. But there's no need to rush. We always have time for at least one in-breath and out-breath before we pick up the phone, or before we press send on a text or email. If we do this, there is a much greater chance that we will be putting more compassionate communication out into the world. Coming home. When we begin to practice mindful awareness, we start the path home to ourselves. Home is the place where loneliness disappears. When we're home, we feel warm, comfortable, safe, fulfilled. We've gone away from our homes for a long time, and our homes have become neglected. But the path back home is not long. Home is inside us. Going home requires only sitting down and being with yourself, accepting the situation as it is. Yes, it might be a mess in there, but we accept it because we know we have left home for a long time. So now we're home. With our in-breath and our out-breath, our mindful breathing, we begin to tidy up our homes. Communicating with the breath. The path home begins with your breath. If you know how to breathe, you can learn how to walk, how to sit, how to eat your meal, and how to work in mindfulness so that you can begin to know yourself. When you breathe in, you come back to yourself. When you breathe out, you release any tension. Once you can communicate with yourself, you'll be able to communicate outwardly with more clarity. The way in is the way out. Mindful breathing is a means of communication, just like a phone. It promotes communication between the mind and the body. It helps us know what we're feeling. We're breathing all the time.
All right, y'all. I'm going to say
Rarely pay
goodnight.
attention
It's
to
time
our
for
breath,
a real nap
unless our
now.
breathing is uncomfortable or
And
restricted.
I guess I'll see you guys next
With
time.